Talk a little bit louder. Perfect. Okay. So let's start at the top of our head then. So just really paying attention to how your head feels on the floor or on your mat today. Does it feel heavy? Does it feel light? And then moving down through your neck and into your shoulders. And paying attention to how your shoulder blades feel today on the floor. Do they feel even? Does one side feel heavier than the other? Does one feel closer to the floor than the other? And moving down through your arms. And pay attention to how your arms are laying today. Do you have them laying close to your body? Are they away from your body? And how are your hands and your fingers? And then moving back into your torso and taking a nice deep breath and really paying attention to how your chest and your stomach are moving as you take this breath. And then move your awareness into your low back. And as you take your next breath, pay attention to how your low back feels as you inhale and as you exhale. And then moving into your hips, to your pelvis, and down into your legs. And pay attention to how the back of your legs feel on the floor today, and the back of your knees. And moving all the way down through your calves, into your ankles and your feet. And we're going to start today with the clam position. So staying exactly how you are now, you're going to invert your feet towards each other as you slide your legs into the clam position. So the bottom of your feet will come closer together and your knees will be open to the sides. And now super slowly with control, you're going to straighten your legs by pushing your feet along the floor, nice and slow and with control, pushing the feet along the floor until your legs are back
in their lengthened straight position. Really working to do this movement slow and smooth. Pushing the feet along the floor until your legs are back to their lengthened straight position. And once your legs are lengthened and straight, take just a moment to rest. And on this next one, as you go into the clam position, you're going to go into the movement slowly also. So all together now, turning your feet towards each other as you slowly slide your feet up along the floor, up towards your buttocks as your knees go out to the sides. And then super slowly with control, straightening the legs again, sliding your feet along the floor. Until your legs are back in their lengthened, straight position. When your legs are long and straight, take just a moment to rest again. And the next one we're going to do is the opposite, which is the knock-kneed position. So this time, slowly, you're going to turn your feet the opposite. They'll turn away from each other as your knees come together and your feet slide up the floor beside your body. So your knees now will be together and up in the air, and your feet will be on the floor but apart from each other, a little further than shoulder width apart. And now super slowly, slide your feet along the floor until your legs are back in that straight position again. So sliding the feet along the floor, your knees are together, staying in your comfort zone. And then you're going to go right into the clam position from there now. So now the bottom of your feet are going to come together as you slide your feet up towards your buttocks. And then super slowly, you're going to straighten your legs again. And what we're going to be doing is going between these two movements. So slowly pushing the feet along the floor till your legs are straight again. And then once your legs are laying flat and straight, you'll turn your feet the opposite way and go back into the knock-kneed position as your knees come together and you slide your feet along the floor, bringing them up towards your armpits. So now you're in knock-kneed, your knees are together. Angela, move your feet apart just a little bit more. Feet apart, knees together. There you go. As long as you're comfortable. If ever I've corrected something and you're doing it that way because you need to stay comfortable, then you just ignore me and you stay comfortable. That's the most important thing. Now going back to the straight leg position. So slowly sliding your feet along the floor again. Keeping the knees together if you can. Staying in comfort. Sliding the feet back down along the floor until your legs are lengthened and straight. And then inverting your feet so the sole of your feet face each other and drawing your feet up towards your buttocks as you go back into the clam position. So knees are now open, feet are together. And then super slowly sliding your feet along the floor again. Slow and smooth, sliding the feet along the floor, taking your legs back to their lengthened straight position. And then you're going to go straight into the knock-kneed position. So once your legs are long and straight, turning your feet outwards, bringing your knees together, and sliding your feet up towards your armpits. And super slowly, sliding the feet along the floor again. Back down to the lengthened long position. And then go ahead at your own pace and repeat that 2 more times. So switching between clam and knock knees. Really working for smooth, controlled movements as you switch between the clam and the knock knees. And when you've finished doing 2 at your own pace, you're going to lay your legs long and just take a moment to rest. Good. And when you finish the one that you're on, without rushing, we're going to go into that skiing motion. So for the skiing one, you're going to be bringing your knees together and letting your knees fall gently to one side. And to keep us all the same, let's have those knees going to the right. So your knees will be over to the right. And now what you're going to do for the skiing motion is super slowly begin to straighten your legs. And then when they're straight, you're going to start to draw the feet up towards your buttocks as you bring your knees to the other side. So you slowly now turning your knees to the left as you bring your feet upwards towards your buttocks. And then super slowly, you'll straighten your legs. And then when your legs are straight, rotate your pelvis a little bit to the right, and then start to draw the feet up towards the butt. So your knees are already out to the side. That's it. The feet are sliding up towards your buttocks. Your knees are to the right now. And then super slowly straightening the legs again. Slow and smooth, straightening the legs. And then repeating to the left. So turning your toes to the left, knees are to the left, drawing your feet up towards your buttocks. And then slowly straightening the legs again. And then repeating again, turning to the right now. Knees and toes turn to the right as you slide your feet along the floor up towards your buttocks. And then super slowly straightening your legs. And when the legs are straight, turning your toes and knees to the left as you slowly draw the feet up towards your buttocks. And when you've gone as far as you can go comfortably, slowly straightening the legs again. And then at your own pace, you're going to repeat that one more time to each side. So one more time to the right, turning your knees and toes, drawing your feet up towards your buttocks. And then slow and smooth, straightening the legs. And repeating to the left, turning your toes and knees to the left. Slowly drawing your heels up towards your buttocks. And then slowly straightening the legs again. Then once your legs are straight and long, take just a moment to rest. And then we're going to slide our feet up to the floor, bringing your knees to the bent position. And we're going to do a couple of wash rags. So now you've got your knees bent, your feet are flat on the floor, and you're going to bring your arms out to your sides. So your arms will be straight out from your shoulders. And we're going to start with the right palm will be turned up to the ceiling, and the left palm will be facing down to the floor. You're going to turn your face to the right so that you're looking at the right palm. So left palm is down, right palm is up, and you're looking to the right. Now slowly begin to let your knees drift down to the left. So you're looking to the right, and your knees are drifting down to the left. And when you've gone as far as you can go comfortably, you're going to begin to reverse this movement. So slowly begin to bring your knees up as you slowly roll your arms so that your left palm will be facing down, that your left palm will start to rotate up as your right palm rotates down. And you'll slowly be turning your head now to the left. And when you've gone as far as you can go comfortably, pause for just a moment, really paying attention to the lengthening that's happening in your back. And then super slowly reversing the movement again. So slowly bringing your knees up and over towards the left now as you slowly rotate the left palm down and begin to rotate the right palm up as your head begins to turn to the right. Nice and slow, slow and controlled. And when you've gone as far as you can go comfortably, take just a moment to rest in this position and then slowly begin to switch again. Slowly bringing the knees up and over towards the right now as you slowly rotate the arms. Slowly rotating your right palm down to the floor now. Left palm is up as you look towards the left. And then nice and slowly begin to switch again. Slowly rotating the arms. Left palm will be rolling down, right palm is rolling up, knees are drifting down to the left. And when you've gone as far as you can go comfortably, pause for just a moment, and then slowly switching one more time. The knees slowly drifting to the right as your left palm is rolling upwards. Your head begins to turn to the left. And when you've gone as far as you can go comfortably, pause for a moment And then switch one more time. Slowly with control, bringing the knees back up to center as they slowly drift down to the left. Right palm begins to rotate up to the ceiling, left palm is down as you look towards the right. And when you've gone as far as you can go comfortably, hold for just a moment. And then super slowly, you're going to bring your knees back to their center position. Super slow and with control. And when your knees are back to center, pause for just a moment. Now we're going to do a little bit of trunk rotation. So for this one, what I would like you to do is extend your right arm now along the floor, but up above your head. So it'll still be on the floor, but it'll be reaching up above your head along the floor. So your left arm will be laying beside your body. Your right arm will be up above your head, but on the floor. And then you're going to cross your left leg over your right. And only if you can do this comfortably, if you're more comfortable to keep your legs uncrossed, then you can do this movement with your legs uncrossed. So now as you've got that right arm reaching above your head, I want you to kind of wiggle your fingers and think of really like lengthening that right arm. And as you're lengthening that right arm, you're going to slowly let your legs now drift to the left. So your knees are going to slowly begin to drift towards the floor to the left as you're lengthening that right arm up above your head. And only go as far as you can go comfortably. And when you've gone as far as you can go comfortably, slowly bring your knees back to center. And then pause for just a moment. And you're going to repeat that one again, reaching that right arm along the floor, lengthening it as you slowly let the knees lower to the left. And when you've gone as far as you can go comfortably, slowly bringing your knees back to center. And pause for just a moment. And we're going to repeat that one more time. This time, as you begin to lower your legs to the left and you're lengthening that right arm, also turn your head to the right. So you're sort of looking towards that arm that's lengthened. Remembering to stay in your comfort zone, moving slowly. And when you've gone as far as you can go comfortably, then slowly begin to bring your knees back up to center. And when you've finished that one, without rushing, we're going to rotate to the other side. So you're slowly going to bring your arm back down and uncross your legs. You'll be crossing now your right leg over your left, and you'll be lengthening the left arm along the floor and above your head. So your right arm will be laying beside your body. Your left arm will be long along the floor and above your head. So first now you're going to wiggle those fingers on that left arm. Think of lengthening the left arm gently along the floor. And now super slowly begin to let your knees drift down to the right. Slowly with control as you're lengthening that left arm along the floor. And when you've gone as far as you can go comfortably, pause for just a moment. And then super slowly bring your knees back to center. And when you're back to center, pause for just a moment. We'll repeat that one again. Lengthening the left arm as you slowly lower the knees to the right. Staying in your comfort zone. Only going as far as you can comfortably. And then nice and slow, bringing your knees back to center again. And when you're back to center, pause for just a moment. And for this last one, you're going to let your head rotate to the left as well. So slowly lowering the knees again to the right, extending and reaching that left arm up above your head, still on the floor. And now turning your head to the left as well. And when you've gone as far as you can go comfortably, slowly bringing your knees back to center. Slowly letting your head roll back to center. And when you get back to center, you will slowly bring that left arm back down beside your body and uncross your legs. And we're going to do a couple of arch and flattens now, and we're going to add our arms in. So they're going to stay down beside your body. And we're going to start with our arch. And as you arch today, you're going to be rolling your arms out so that your palms are facing up to the ceiling. So when you're ready, we're all going to take a nice deep inhale as we arch, rolling our tailbone forward and down into the floor and rolling your arms open so that your palms are facing up to the ceiling. Hold for just a moment. And now exhale super slowly. Release the arch in your back as slow and smooth as you can, slowly rotating your arms back to palms down. And when you've finished releasing, you're going to go right into your flatten, bringing your pubic bone towards your ribs and your ribs towards your pubic bone as you flatten your back to the floor. And also rotate now your arms inwards towards your body so the back of your hands will be facing your body. So you'll have a little mini contraction in your chest as you bring those shoulders will be squeezing towards each other just a little bit. Hold for a moment, and now super slowly release that contraction, slowly releasing in your abdominals, slowly letting your arms roll back outwards. And when you've finished in that release in your belly, you're going to go right back into your arch again. So your arms are slowly going to be rolling open to palms facing up as you roll your tailbone forward and down into the floor. Low back is arched off the floor now. Shoulder blades are pressing gently to the floor. And tilt your head back in this movement as well. Hold for just a moment, and now super slowly release. Slowly releasing the contraction in your back. Slowly letting your arms roll back to palms down. And at the end of that release, going into flatten again, bringing your pubic bone toward your ribs to your pubic bone as you flatten your back to the floor. And now rolling your arms inwards towards your body so the back of your hands are facing your body. Hold for just a moment and super slowly release. Now at the end of this release, you're going to just rest for a minute. So slowly releasing in your abdominals, slowly releasing in your chest. And then just take a moment to rest. And then when you're ready, we're going to finish with a couple of arch and curls. So you're going to bring your hands up either behind your head or to your fingertips behind your ears, wherever they are comfortable. And we're going to start with the arch again. So inhale and arch as you roll your tailbone forward and down to the floor. Think of pressing your shoulder blades into the floor and drawing them towards your tailbone, and tilt your head back. Hold for just a moment. And now exhale as you slow and smooth release the contraction in your back and your hips, slowly releasing in your shoulders and your neck. Slow and smooth. And at the end of that release, going right into flatten as you bring your pubic bone and ribs towards each other, flattening your back to the floor. Bring your elbows together and gently lift your head and chest into that soft curled position. Hold for just a moment. And now exhale super slowly, lowering your head back to the floor, really paying attention to the release in your abdominal muscles as you're lowering your head back down. Slow and smooth. And once your head is resting comfortably on the floor, then slowly letting the elbows open. Super slow and smooth with control. And taking a moment to rest when you've finished. And then we'll repeat that one again. Inhale and arch, rolling your tailbone forward and down to the floor. Press your shoulder blades down and think of drawing them towards your tailbone. Tilt your head back. Hold for just a moment. Exhale as you super slowly release the contraction in your back. Slow and smooth, releasing in your shoulders and your neck. And at the very end of that release, going into flatten, bringing your pubic bone towards your ribs towards your pubic bone. Bring your elbows together and lift your head and chest into the soft curled position. Hold for just a moment. And then slowly with control, lowering your head back down to the floor. Slow and smooth. Smooth and slow as you can. And when your head is back down to the floor, then slowly letting the elbows open. And when you've finished that one, take a moment to rest. We're going to do one more. And on this last one, if you would like to lift your feet off the floor once we get into that curl position, you can. You certainly do not have to. So starting again with our inhale and arch, rolling your tailbone forward and down to the floor, pressing your shoulder blades to the floor and drawing them towards your tailbone. Tilt your head back. Hold for just a moment. And now exhale, super slowly with control, releasing in your pelvis as you slowly let that lower back come towards the floor. And once you've finished releasing, going into flatten, flattening your back to the floor, then bring your elbows together. Gently lift your head and chest, and if you want to lift your feet, now is the time to do that. And then holding for just a moment. And now super slowly begin to lower your feet, slowly lowering your head. Slow and smooth. Once your feet and your head are back down to the floor, slowly with control, letting the elbows come back down to the floor. And when your elbows are resting comfortably on the floor, you can slowly go back to your body scan position, however you were at the beginning of class. So if you had your legs straight, you're going to straighten your legs again. And we'll start with a couple of nice deep breaths again. So taking a nice inhale and an exhale. And as you continue with this nice deep breathing, starting at the top of your head, noticing how your head feels on the floor, and your shoulders and your neck, and paying attention to how your shoulder blades feel now compared to when you started. And moving down through your arms and noticing how you're holding your arms now compared to when we started class. And as you continue with that breathing, moving back into your torso, noticing the movement that you have in your torso as you're doing these deep breaths. And moving down through your back, and all the way down through your hips, and all the way down through your legs. Notice how your legs and your feet and the back of your knees, how that feels now compared to when we started. And then when you're ready, you're going to slowly roll to your side and come up to sitting.